All right, y'all. Welcome to Module 4. How to enter and exit trades properly. Learn how to confidently start and close trades with a plan. All right, listen. Market versus limit orders. The difference between the order types. So I want you to understand a market order basically means let me in at whatever price the stock is available. So when I go ahead, let's say the stock is $100. Understand the market fluctuates severely. Understand the market is, think about if the stock was worth $100 and I sit right here and it moves up to $102. When I click it to let me in at $100, as soon as it gets to 102, when that contract is available, it gives it to me. Whatever market means, let me in right now. I don't care what price. Say it with me. Market means let me in right now. I don't care what price. All right. So once you know that, the second thing you're going to look at is a limit order. A limit order means let me in at this specific price. Meaning, if the stock is worth $100 and it moves to $102, it will not let you purchase that contract or that share until it gets back to limit, which is the $100 mark that you left it at. All right. Market means let me in right now. Limit means let me in at this specific price. Okay. When to use each of them, right? So market, if you see a trade or a setup that's supposed to happen, I mean, go ahead, enter on market immediately. You know, that's what I like to do immediately, especially with options. Now with futures, I trade more of a limit because I play price rejections or bounces. And then I like to say, hey, I should bounce at this $5 level. So once it gets down to $5, hopefully it bounces and comes back up. So I will put a limit order right there saying when it comes down to this price, automatically let me in that trade. All right. How order speed affects execution. Listen, y'all. If your strategy triggers, you have to get in immediately. So you either can do a market or you can put a limit there to automatically let you in. It really just depends. Timing is everything in the market. Do not chase. If you chase, you'll see some pullback. You'll possibly think you're losing. As soon as you get out your trade, it actually goes your direction. You're pissed. You get discouraged. And now you're hesitating to actually redo that same strategy because you didn't get it in a timely manner the first time. All right. And if y'all don't understand what I said, go trade and come back and watch this video. And you're going to be like, oh. All right. Identifying entry zones. Using support and resistance for entries. All right, like I said, I want you to think support and resistance is this. Support is always going to be below it because it's supporting it, and then resistance is going to be at the top because it's resisting it going up. So I want you to think about it with a ball. I don't even have a ball current. Let me see. Okay, I got this Alexa here. So let's say I have this ball, right? And I'm throwing it up and it's constantly hitting the ceiling. That means if price is constantly going up to this rejection zone, it's going to push it what? Back down. But let's sit right here and say I actually have this ball and I'm bouncing it and it's coming up. Basically what you need to understand is that's what it's supposed to do with price. Price will hit a low and buyers will step in and actually buy the stock. Sellers will step in at a rejection area. So that's what support and resistance means. Okay. The next thing you want to look at confirmation signals to wait for, whatever your strategy is. If I sit right here and say, hey, I'm going to play the orb strategy, I'm going to wait for confirmation. If I'm trading strat and I only trade the 2-2, I'm going to wait to the 2-2 setup. If I sit right here and I'm playing with indicators and my RSI is about to break out of 60, then guess what? I'm going to take that trade every time. All right. Avoiding emotional and random entries. Y'all, do not chase. I have chased. You're talking from somebody with experience. I do not care. You have to treat the stock market like a business. It's not emotional. If you're losing, no, God isn't against you. No, God doesn't hate you. Why you? You were just up. You should have cut your trade. Every excuse in the book, y'all. Just don't play with emotions. Treat it as a business and move forward every day. All right. Managing emotions. Common beginner mistakes. Revenge trading. Hesitation. Listen, this is hesitation. You do it every day. It's in practice. You what? It's that same layup. It's just in the game time. Still do that same layup, that same muscle memory. So if your strategy works, make sure no hesitation. Utilize that same strategy. All right. I want you to understand that. Revenge trades. Listen, if you lost for the day and you lost your limit for the day, just walk away because you're no longer emotional there. I like to tell my students take 2 trades a day because those 2 trades, after you make 2 wise decisions, the body actually, mind can't operate at full capacity because it can't actually factor in 2 or more decisions a day. Why do you think a lot of millionaires and billionaires wear the same thing? Like Bill Gates and Mark Zuckerberg have the same shirt, the same pair of jeans, because you actually choosing what you need to wear actually makes a serious decision on the body of your day. So make sure that when you trade, if you take 2 or more trades, size down. All right. Next thing, stick to your plan, not your feelings. I just told you this. All right. Stick to your plan, not your feelings. I don't care if you feel like it's going to go up. If it doesn't trigger where you're set up, don't take it. All right. Because now every time you get that feeling, you could be wrong. All right. Journal review, stay objective. Listen, every trade you take, you should document. Every setup you take, you should document. You should have a note journal. The first 5 people that comment under here and say, T, I need a rich off options note journal, I'm going to send you a rich off options note journal for trading. I got you. And then even if you're not at 5 and you still comment and say, T, I need a note journal, I'll come back and randomly select somebody to get a random note journal just because you follow the instruction. Once again, I love people that follow instructions. All right. Next thing, knowing when to exit. Preset profit and loss, right? I sit right here and I jump in the market and I say, okay, based off this setup, I can make $5,000 today, but I'm only willing to lose $2,500, or I'm only willing to lose $1,000, right? I'm going to set that up, and if I go down to $1,000, guess what? I'm calling it a day. If I sit right here and set it up and it hits my profit target, guess what? I'm calling it a day. Because as soon as you try to make more than you strategize, it goes backwards, and then you try to make it back and you end up losing. Trust me, I'm telling you things right now. Sometimes you got to live through it, but if you're smart, this is what you paid for. I'm giving you the information. Don't do it. All right, trailing stop strategy. Love this strategy, y'all. So when I'm trading, I have to walk away from the computer, or I have to walk away from a trade or anything like that. Never recommend you doing that, but if you have to, I did this at my 9 to 5, I will place a trailing stop on my trade, basically, and I would do it percentage wise. I could break that down in a later video, but definitely submitting a trailing stop to monitor your stop loss is wonderful. Now, sometimes the bad side is if it's news and it's very volatile, it can blow through your trail stop and it'll be over for you. So I had to learn the hard way. So if you're setting a trail stop, y'all, don't do it around news. All right. Don't exit just because the price moves slightly. Y'all, I'll tell you something. I've been in several trades where I get pulled back and it makes me think, am I correct? Should I re-enter? Listen, if it pulls back slightly and it's not nowhere near your stop loss, this is why you set up the stop loss. If it's not nowhere near your stop loss, don't fucking pull out until it gets near your stop loss. All right, that's why we come in with a strategy. We stick to it. If it either plays out or it doesn't. All right, next thing. Was your stop or target logical, right? Because you want to evaluate your exits, right? That's something you need to document in your journal. Did you follow your plan? That's something you need to document in your journal. And one thing I like to say about this is traders, a lot of traders do this, and I've done this like my first year trading. Don't lie to yourself. If you didn't follow your plan, be honest. You didn't follow your plan. The guy's not against you. You should have slept longer. Oh my God, my 2-year-old used to run around and just climb on my lap in the middle of trading. And then I would enter early and lose, and I'd be like, oh my God, like, you're bothering me. Like, no, they're not bothering you. What's happening is you're not following your setup. As you follow your setup, you'd have been okay. All right? Same rules apply. Learn from good and bad exits. Once again, document all your trades, okay?